Ano rin makita kung tiyan? Touched by love. At the start of this month, I was invited by my relative, Bishop Emilio Boy Bataclan, to his 40th anniversary to the priesthood in St. Catherine Church in Calcar, Cebu. The Eucharistic celebration was graced by Archbishop of Cebu himself, His Eminence Ricardo J. Cardinal Vidal. In his short, endearing qualities in light of in his short but incisive homily, he shared his personal observation of Bishop Boy's enduring qualities to the delight of the congregation, his parishioners, relatives, and guests. Dili ko may nagsuwatan niya. Usa kayo kabutang nga dili kayo na kung makalimtan sa iyang pagkatao, gawa sa iyang pagkamistiso. Ang iyang pahiyom makadani gayud kaayo, ug ang iyang katawa makapabuhi gayud og patay. One thing I noticed immediately in his person, besides being mestizo, he has a disarming smile. His laugh can bring the dead back to life, the Cardinal remarked. No doubt, Bishop Boy is one of the most sought preachers because of his dynamic and mirthful style. The crowd would always say, "Did you tamagduka basta si Bishop?" As a young boy, he already exhibited a religious disposition. Born in Bantayan Island in September 20, 1940, he became an altar server at the age of 7. While studying in Cebu State College in his elementary years, two of his religion teachers would eventually inspire him to enter the Seminario Minor. Little did he know that the call would lead him to a path less traveled. He was ordained the year on May 1, 1966, at the age of 26. His priestly duties led him to the Mabolo, assistant parish priest, then at the Seminario Minor, now known as Pope John Seminary, 23rd, as one of the members of the first Filipino team of formators, then parish priest of Doong, Bantayan Island, and from there, parish priest of Bantayan. He was ordained bishop on April 18, 1990 by then Archbishop of Cebu, Julio Cardinal Rosales. I was ordained priest by Cardinal Rosales. I was ordained bishop by Vidal. He was in fact the first bishop of Bantayan Island, an honor also shared by Bishop John Du, Bishop of Dumaguete, now Palo. For 3 years, Bishop Boy was auxiliary bishop of Cebu until he was appointed by John Paul II as the Bishop of the Diocese of Iligan for 8 years. Looking back, after 40 years of being a priest, I wonder if Bishop Boy had any regrets. If he were to live his life all over again, would he choose the path he did? Did he have an inkling as a boy that he would one day get the Pope's nod to receive the Red Heart? I did not dare to ask these further questions though, but observing his cheerful attitude, his fatherly ways, and his personalized approach to people, he becomes, for me, an image of man who is happy with his choice. If there is any explanation why he stayed while the others gave up, it is because his love for his vocation, hence his love for Christ. In the introduction, Pope Benedict the 16th encyclical letter, Deus Caritas Est, God is love, he writes, being Christian is not the result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but the encounter of an event, a person, which gives life, a new horizon, and decisive direction. Also, the call to priesthood and religious life has been occasioned by the encounter of the person of Jesus Christ. This Jesus, who is the incarnate love of God, is the reason for giving up all the other lesser loves. Because once a person has experienced in the most tangible way the love of God in Jesus, one realizes that His love is more than enough to fill one's life completely. One would cease to ask, for how long, Lord? Or how shall I serve you? Only one who simply allows himself to be touched by His love, and neither time nor task would matter. The daily would just be an act of offering for the greater glory of God. I thank you for allowing me to read this before you. And dingon sila, ang barko dili lang malunod sa kalauran, malunod sa padung sa pantalan. Mao nga, please always pray for me as I pray for you. Congratulations, Father